Okay, 1, 2, 3.
A very good morning to Ms. Ashrina. Today, me, Cho Wai Jun, and my fellow team members
My name is Andrea Fonginchi.
My name is Abdullah.
will be presenting about our theme, Me First, with the topic of self-care is self-growth. Before we begin, I would like to give a brief introduction to our topic. Focusing on oneself means prioritizing personal growth and striving to become a better version of oneself than before. This can include developing discipline, good manners, and strong ethical values. Ultimately, these qualities lead to a better behavior towards society as a whole. But what are the challenges that we face when we are trying to improve oneself? The first challenge that we face is confronting personal flaws can cause discomfort and self-doubt. Why does this happen? Well, confronting personal flaws can act as a psychological threat. We as human beings have a personal belief and a baseline belief that we are capable, decent, and smart human beings. Admitting to a personal flaw directly threatens this personal image, and this puts our mind into a state of fight or flight, making it a psychological threat as major as a physical threat. Besides that, setbacks can be discouraging and demotivating. Why so? Our brain treats setbacks as discouraging and demotivating because our brain releases dopamine levels based on the expectation of a reward. When these expectations are not met, our motivation plummets, our dopamine level plummets, and we will be feeling very sluggish, unenergetic, and unmotivated. Therefore, setbacks will plummet the dopamine level. Not only that, will also put our mind in a state of we do not receive the reward, the expectation of the reward. And last but not least, self-improvement may lead to temporary isolation. As new habits and new acts start to grow on us by improving ourselves, we are distancing from our older selves, and we are changing from one version to another version. This leads us not being relating to our old habits and not being comfortable with our new improvements. Therefore, we will be on the fence on these two situations, and we feel very isolated. We will now move on to the next point, which is the process.
Before I start with the process, statistic data shows about 45% of people struggle with staying motivated during long-term self-improvement efforts. Now, what are the process for self-improvement? Firstly, spending time alone to understand and explore oneself is an important process. Why? This helps us identify our strengths, weaknesses, goals, and value. This also helps us clarify on who we want to be and what do we want in life. Furthermore, pursuing interests based on personal choice rather than societal expectation is a very important process on self-improvement. Why? Right now, there's many people who focuses on building a career pathway or following a path that others consider successful. However, this is not true, as we should be following our own interests, passion, and goals, as this is the real reason why we can build our own improvement. Furthermore, we can also build a better individual for oneself and loved ones. We should develop a better habits, healthier mindset, and also a stronger discipline. That way, we can contribute back to our society, our friends and family, and also our communities. That's all from me. So I'll pass to Abdullah.
Hello everyone. As my fellow mates just talked about how self-growth and self-challenges you, and I'll be talking about how finally, after all clearing the stages of challenges, how a person gets impacted through all of these steps. So first we'll talk about better emotional habits can reduce conflicts at home and at work. A positive mind, a person who has gone through self-growth and self-care, has a positive mind, positively charged mind with creative ideas, which can ultimately help himself as well as the society. Society in a way that he would be considered a good influence in the society. He'll work for the society betterment, and he'll work for the younger generation as well, in a way that he can influence them in a better way. Plus, how this thing can personally impact a person. A person who is positively charged have greater ideas in his mind. He can work productively. and he can get himself better day by day, and has the charm and the thing and the point actually that proves him that he's better, and he can be more better than the other people in the society, and can also influence the negative influences of the society in a better way. Plus, talking about the other point, people who improve themselves are more likely to support and help their communities. As I talked earlier, that a positive mind comes up with good decisions and better thinking. He would ultimately help in building a better society for his mates plus all the community. It can be done through a way that he can work for them. He can think, while doing his work, he can think about the society as well. If he's into some business or something, he'll work for the corporate social responsibility as well. Plus, now talking about individuals can set a positive example for younger generations to grow greater. As a person who has gone through self growth and self care, has this good image in his society that he's a good influence. So most of the younger generation of his society would try to copy him. Either way, each younger generation, each youth person who is like new to the society likes to be influenced by his elder people. So if a person has a positively charged brain with greater ideas, he can influence more younger generation people, and which would ultimately result in better people in the society in future. Now talking about the conclusion. Conclusively, focusing on yourself helps a person improve not only for their own benefit but for the whole society as well. It enables them to make more positive decisions, treat others better, and develop a deeper understanding of themselves as well. So conclusively talking about all the benefits, how does a person goes through the challenges and what he becomes after the impacts, helps a society build a better society than it was before. It helps people grow better. It gives more creative ideas in the society, which ultimately benefits the society in a good way. However, it slightly eliminates the negative influences in the society as well, which would ultimately help in better society building. Thank you.
Thank you. That is our presentation for self-care and self-growth.